last straw. Harry got bumped down as William put in best light by Queen but excluding Sussex. On Monday evening, the monarch urged world leaders to protect the planet for our children and our children's children in a speech delivered remotely. The 95-year-old was due to address the conference in person, but cancelled following advice from doctors. The Queen paid tribute to her heir Prince Charles and his son Prince William in an unusual nod to the two younger royals. Her Majesty gushed at the pair's hard work advocating for stronger action to protect the environment and tackle climate change. The Prince of Wales and the Duke of Cambridge will both be representing the matriarch of the royal family as she undertakes 2 weeks of rest following a busy engagement schedule earlier in the autumn. In her address to delegates to the COP26 summit currently taking place in Glasgow, Her Majesty said, "It is a source of great pride to me that the leading role my husband played in encouraging people to protect our fragile planet, lives on through the work of our eldest son Charles and his eldest son William." The analyst said, "This is an immensely personal and touching speech from the Queen, who uses it to create a wonderfully loyal and loving tribute to her late husband Philip. The Queen speaks not just as a royal leader but as a proud widow, mother and grandmother. Her words are stunningly emotional as she speaks of my dear late husband, quoting a speech she made on the urgency of climate change back in 1969. Her pride also spills over as she refers to the way that the leading role my husband played lives on through the work of our eldest son Charles and his eldest son William. The glaring omission of Harry's name on this list will probably be discussed, but the Queen seems emphatic about the chain of eldest to eldest being remarkable. She even adds, "I could not be more proud of them to make this one of the most emotional public messages ever from the Queen." She discusses her own experience of meeting many of the world's greatest leaders and in a flattering nudge to the current leaders watching her speech. She describes how she understands a little about what made them special, describing it as statesmanship before urging her audience to achieve true statesmanship in a very clever appeal that never lectures or hectors, but which gently flatters them into taking the right action on climate change. Her speech came shortly after Charles, 72, addressed the G20 summit in Rome at the weekend, where he talked about the dangers of climate change. The heir to the throne is also due to speak at the COP26 conference, where he will tell world leaders that a warlike footing is needed to tackle the climate crisis. He has branded the summit as the planet's The Last Chance Saloon. Despite shining a light on the important issue, failing to mention the Duke of Sussex while lavishing praise on his older brother and father will not go unnoticed, body language expert Judy James claims. Queen Elizabeth has seemingly snubbed her grandson, Prince Harry, in a video message addressing the world's leaders attending the COP26 summit in Glasgow. The Queen's address included praise for her late husband Prince Philip, their son Prince Charles, and his son Prince William for their environmental efforts. The Queen said she was honoured to address climate change at the summit, as it was a top of great passion for the Duke of Edinburgh, who passed away in April this year. "I remember well that, in 1969, he told an academic gathering, if the world's pollution situation is not critical at the moment, it is as certain as anything that the situation will become increasingly intolerable within a very short time. It is a source of great pride to me that the leading role my husband played in encouraging people to protect our fragile planet lives on through the work of our eldest son, Charles, and his eldest son, William," she said. "I could not be more proud of them." However, the Queen's praise fell short of recognition for William's brother, Harry. Both Prince Charles and Prince William have been vocal about climate change in the days, weeks and months leading up to the historic summit.